Yo, pick up the therapy army. How are we?
Giddy army.
Here we go. Here we go. We ain't getting that giddy, people. I'm not
Let's
about
get giddy.
Trust me, I'm on giddy watch, man. So
we're out the relegation zone.
Yo, people, exactly. People need to calm down. Definitely, people need to calm down, and people don't need to get so giddy. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Man United have won, celebrated that. I was outside the stadium. I didn't see anything of the game. I watched some highlights today. I watched about 40 minutes altogether.
Yeah.
Highlights. And I thought the team played decent, played well, compared to the way we played against Brentford and Brighton. We were a bit more interested. We made it into a derby. We made it into a fight.
Yeah.
And we took our chances. And so for me, well done. But I, like the title says, people, I back the manager, but I don't trust his bottle job players. And I think we need to just temper these celebrations, because the way I'm seeing on social media and
what have you seen on social media? Because you know what it is here? After the game, because I did the big six, Northern, and I was had to go to bed. I didn't see the big, like, I don't see it. And obviously I'm doing a watch along. I don't see what goes on in game after game anymore. Like,
no, people were getting giddy. Sorry, people were getting giddy. Like, people were on super like giddy. They were on giddy mode.
Social media experiment, though. You find out about a lot of people, but you got to realize most of these guys don't have face accounts in it. You know, a lot of people that do it, they don't have face accounts. Have you noticed that?
So yeah, and they could be from other fans. Yeah, there could be other fans.
Could be other fans, man. Like, I still don't believe that most of these guys are United fans. You know, I'll be honest, I don't have anything against them here, but I just think, you know, United fans, are you what? Like, are these guys that have been, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. They get paid. I don't know what they do, man. So I don't know. But like I said, you know, like I said, I think people are just happy for the result. But you know what, man? It's a very, very good message that you do, you know, because I'm a bit disappointed, Northern. If I'm being really honest with you, I'm a bit disappointed by the Old Trafford crowd, and it's making me a bit worried now in terms of, will they ever do empty Old Trafford? Because I thought this was the biggest opportunity, Northern, to make the stadium empty. I don't know about you, Northern, yeah, but I thought it was the biggest opportunity, and I did it, yeah. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to go do it, yeah, and I'm going to set a precedent. People always say to me, you got a platform. You need to do it. You need to make a statement. You need to go and show your voice. I thought, let me do it. Local lad from Manchester. But I don't know, man. I get the protest and it's brilliant, but I still think empty Old Trafford is more significant than the protest. I genuinely do. Because what we do then is, Northern, imagine the cameras see it is half empty or 30,000. It just sets a statement. So then all these Sky Sports reports are going to be Man United win in an empty stadium, or Man United win, and it's a, you know, but now it's a packed Old Trafford. It just, they never even concentrated one bit about what was going on. The Sky, you know, Gary Neville even forgot as well. I don't know if Gary Neville mentioned it after the game, but even he forgot about everything.
No, he did, to be fair. Apparently, I did see a clip that got shared on social media. He was like, the owners needs to go. You know what I mean? He did say that. But obviously the rivalry, in it means, as a United fan, it means a lot. I was happy that I could see the goals when we scored the goal, in it, that everybody outside, we were celebrating as well, because it's a goal and still singing Glazers out. But at the end of the day, what that for me is in people's heads now. So I don't think the hashtag was wasted. I think some people came and stood outside, and some of them went down the tunnel cheering, and some people went to near the north stand cheering. So we were scattered, like a couple of hundred there, a couple of hundred there. And that's what it was. At the end of the day, big up Tom, by the way. Tom, I've sent you the link if you want to jump on, if you're free. At the end of the day, it's simple. Like, the biggest thing for me is that's implanted in the fan's head, but we need to do it with the fan, with the fans organizers, like the people who organized the Pro 1958 and Most and all of the different fan groups. We need to do it. We need to be able to do it and be able to then plan it out and do it. For me, emptying out maybe the East Stand, emptying out maybe the Stretford end, I think that will make a massive, significant message. But big up, Tom. How you doing, Tom? How are you?
Evening. How are we doing?
Man United didn't ruin your Monday. They actually cheered you up a bit. What did you think about the game?
I mean, it was what it was, wasn't it? They had to turn up. I'm sorry, these players, man. 12 months, 3 managers. The backs were against the wall. If they didn't, I wasn't really too bothered about the result, to be honest, Nuruddin. It was more about the performance. I wanted to see, characters. I wanted to see enthusiasm, actually like playing as a team. And listen, that's what they did. And that first goal, listen, honestly, I've seen some great team goals over the years with Manchester United and stuff, and it did roll back a couple of things. If you do look at it, like there wasn't a panic in, the chance had gone. As soon as the ball flips to Eriksen and he's backs to goal and everything like that. Even Malacia on the ball, calmness, didn't panic under the pressure when he's getting press resisted by 2 Liverpool players. That sort of thing, bringing the calmness and the enthusiasm to the team, I think brought a lot. It brought a lot, and it set the tempo from the start, really. But listen, there's a lot of positives from the game. I thought partnership, Varane, Martinez. I thought we were watching Real Vidic, to be honest with you. The Martinez, the aggressive. You're going to get that with Argentinian players, especially South American players anyway. But Argentinians, he loves it. Yeah, and this is the thing. It's almost like Salah in reverse. Salah loves to score goals. He loves to, obviously block goals. That main assets of playing. Malacia as well. I thought mini Patrice Evra in that game. Bombing up and down the wing, always in the attacking third when you need another number there to pass the option, another passing option. Defensively solid. Had Salah in his pocket for the whole game, barring the goal. But listen, even Delo, other side, obviously attacking wise, you've got to be a bit careful playing counter attack with Liverpool with Diaz. Pocketed him the majority of the game, but I thought, when you look at it from a whole team performance. Where's that been for 12 months? I'm sorry, it's been hidden because all we've done is bring in 3 different players, and nobody needs to gas these players up or anything like that because listen, it's one game, and it is one game, but we saw against Crystal Palace last season under Ralph Rangnick, these players can press for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
they did it for 60 minutes yesterday, so there is an improvement. They did drop off later on in the game when they were 2-0 up, which you can understand. You're already ahead in the game. There's no need to get ahead of yourself and burn through more legs or whatever and more fitness than you need to and cause injuries because we know we've got an injury hit squad or an injury prone squad anyway with some of the players. But listen, from an overall point of view, I don't really think there was a lot bad to really say. I thought majority of the players I would have probably given a 7 and probably most of them probably 10s. And normally you see one player who gets a 10. I don't know, a lot of people, I thought Varane, Malacia, Martinez, I thought pretty much the whole back line against Liverpool, I arguably say is one of the best attacking rotational teams in the world with the way that they transition with actually playing through the lines and everything. To deal with that, I thought was brilliant. But listen, there's far bigger and harder tests to come than Liverpool for me. The games that I want to see Man United playing like that against are Brighton, Brentford, Southampton, Palace, these kind of teams where, there's not a rivalry behind it, but you want to show the desire, you want to show the fight. And out there on the football field, I'll say it, majority of those players, they left it on the football field. They didn't leave anything for chance. Second balls, everything. And that's what we want to see at Man United.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I said, I don't know about giving them 10s and that. For me, some of these bottle job players have got to do a lot to win me over because they put in a disgraceful performance against Brentford. And I always think that people die for the shirt in it, wearing Man United. So wearing a Man United blazer, died. And so the least they can do is show a bit of passion, especially when they've had so many winners in the last 20 to nearly 30 years. So for me, it's like they're bottle jobs. I say it there, like the title says. I back the manager, but I don't back the club. I'm not backing the club. I've never backed the club as long as it's under that ownership. I will back the players. That's when I go to the game, because that's what you do when you go into the stadium.
Yep.
You know what I mean? To give your support and to try to encourage them. But I know they're bottle jobs, and bottle job tendencies don't go away that often. I've seen, like I said, 40 minutes of the game. And we look good, but like the Liverpool control that we just play counter-attack. And I've been used to that for 6 years. So if this happens next season, I'll be a bit disappointed. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to lie to you.
I know what you mean. I've questioned that as well in terms of, us making sure we're the home team. We have to make sure we're the home team. But I think that will come, Nuruddin. I just think, like I said, he's got to be backed. And also, we've finally got a manager now who's a coach now and is able to micromanage these players and understand where the problems are. And you know how you could just brush something under the carpet like what Ollie did and certain other managers did, and maybe Mourinho would make it a double bus or whatever. Now you've got a manager who's very proactive in his style. He won't kind of be, oh, you know what, I'll do the last resort. He'll still persist with what he's doing, but he'll also adapt to what he needs to do.
With that side though as well, notice one thing with previous managers, when you go up against a Liverpool or Manchester City, they normally change their philosophy for that one game, or they change the formation to counteract that team. We didn't do that yesterday. That's one thing that I noticed anyway. Whenever we've played Liverpool, we normally play 5 at the back. Whenever you go to Anfield, or even when we've played at Old Trafford under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, where we got a point in that season where Liverpool went on to win the league with COVID and everything. We was the defensive team. We can say it. We were second best in the game in terms of the amount of chances and control that we had on the game. But when you're seeing it with Ten Hag, he's not afraid to put it on the line in many cases, and and quite clearly yesterday, he's not afraid to make big decisions. Ronaldo, Maguire, captaincy, greatest player of all time, sitting on the bench, £80 million. You've got your highest ever goal scorer in football sitting on the bloody bench. Like when you put in these statements out there, it makes big decisions and it's big calls to make. But what I didn't understand is, if he's gonna go forward in this style anyway and this system, and you just said there about control side, do you think he has the players to control a game in the way that he wants and get a grasp of the game?
No, he hasn't. That's why for me, Casemiro is a first step. I'm not saying that he's going to control the midfield, but I think in terms of us being kind of easily being played, and then you've got the Varane and Lisandro Martinez, who then can play a bit of a high line, can be able to at least comfortable on the ball. Malacia, who's very, very press resistant. We're going to be slowly and surely, you'll see bits and bobs of the team having a bit of identity. But it's also down to the manager persisting with that and not thinking about the media. Because apparently what I'm hearing is Maguire, there's talk of him being dropped for England. I'm hearing about Shaw. These guys will make out news and you know it, and it will happen. Southgate will get into things and get into the head and say, you know what, why don't you play him, etc., etc. So for me, like I said, I think manager has to stay. And I don't know if you see it today as well. What's it? The talk shite. What do we say? My man, the reporter. What did he say today on talk shite?
Jordan.
Did you see what he's saying about
the guy that got bullied out of Crystal Palace?
The guy, what's it? The suit's too small for him, or something like that.
Yeah,
I've heard the quote anyway. Yeah, it's the same with Graham Souness when he was saying about Casemiro. If you want to play that interview without watching Casemiro ever play a game of football, that's the interview you watch. If you want to know anything about,
don't listen to Souness,
No, I don't listen to Souness at all. All I know is this, Tom. I always said there's 2 football clubs in world football that I know that never sell players when they're on the up. They never sell them when they're on the up.
Bayern and Real,
Bayern and Real. They don't sell players. They only sell players when they think, you know what? You're not doing it. And they've already got replacements already ready for them. So, guys, there's over 100 of you in here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not going to subscribe. I'm sorry to say, I celebrate the win. I was outside till halftime. We were chanting. We were doing glazes out.
How many people were outside, Nordin?
So, altogether, there's at least over 1,000.
1,000 people, yeah.
Yeah, in different types. Because some people went down the tunnel to sing. Some people went the other side. They went all the way around near the north. Some people were just chilling by the Trinity. So there was loads of people outside, and we sang our hearts out. And then we walked away when everybody started to go. But at the end of the day, like we said, I think to organize the fan walkout or to organize empty Old Trafford, it has to come from the different fan groups. It has to come from 1958. It's got to come from all of them. It's got to come from all those different kind of fans.
That's my thing. I worry about the walkout and the walkout and the empty Old Trafford. I don't know if it will work because of the fact that we have got a lot of day trippers. We have got a lot of older audience that don't want to, leave. We have got a lot of people who, again, just want to come for the day and
internationals. Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of.
Yeah, at the end of the day, listen, our fan base is too big. And in terms of being asked about the Glazers, it varies. Like it varies, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I just know the hardcore people that 20,000 that match last night. If they don't go into that, you're gonna notice. I'm sorry to say, but you're gonna notice. And if we can organize that 20,000 somehow to do a walkout at 17th minute or the 70th minute, like to do it in one of the games, I think it could work 100%. But the thing about what I say about Casemiro is simple for me. It's a panic buy. If he came in June or at the beginning of June or July, I would take it. I would think, okay, Man United doing some work here. At the end of the day, he wasn't going to say no to those wages and to that level of contract. Now, Tom, if you can do us a favor, can you check for us? Actually, Tom's in Spain as we speak. How's your Spanish coming along?
Hola, si popitia.
Yeah, you have to order a beer.
That's actually what it means as well.
Of course. Tom's like typical lad abroad. How do I order a beer? Forget about the rest. I don't know what's happening to Saeed, but Neil Ashton is onto him, innit? Neil Ashton is onto him. Even though Saeed's been giddy, Neil Ashton is onto him, so hopefully he'll come back. His internet is acting a bit funny, actually. He was doing that at the back of his show as well.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, they said that he had 3 years left on his contract. Am I right? Or wrong?
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I read it was 1 year. Maybe I was reading from the same book as Graham Souness. But big up everybody. Love and light. Evening, Darren. Big up Darren. Glazers out. That's how it is. Big up, bro. Love and light always, Darren. Big up United till I die. My panel, any truth, we're going in for St. Maxim. I've heard it on the news. On the news channel. Don't get it twisted. Like I said to you, we'll link. If you see how many players that we've been linked with,
my.
It's effing crazy, people. So
I think somebody added them all up now.
At the end of the day,
to like 700.
He's really injury prone as well. We've already got loads of injury prone players. So why add another? There's a structure. What you're coming at Old Trafford staff confiscated flags to the way on our rights legally to protest. Basically, they can just go and say it's a private company, Jarvis.
Did you, by the way, Nuruddin, did you see in the stadium where the stewards were positioned? In some of the areas of the stadium, that is, I'm sorry, yeah, you can pass it off as it's a derby game. In the Stretford End, you don't need 4 stewards at one entrance to the stadium. You don't. I'm sorry, you don't. And when the banners were getting put up and everything, you can't put hands over people's mouths for not speaking, but you can take down messages that get shown on cameras and the support and everything. And anybody who watches the game televised, like such as myself, for example. The camera never went to this crowd once. Not once.
So basically, Man United, listen, I saw it last time against the game against Brighton.
Brighton.
Brighton. And I saw away fans can take banners because
away fans because
the other clubs just think like get them in, get them out. That's how they think. I don't know if any of you have ever been to an away game. They hold you in like your kettle and then get you out. Like that's what they do. Like that's what they do. So you can take whatever you want. Away fans hardly ever get checked anyway. They hardly ever get checked. But it is. But I saw when the two brothers turned up. When the two brothers turned up last week against a couple of weeks ago against Brighton, I saw stewards and police going to take the banners down on a Stretford lower tier and also just the singing section above just a tunnel. They were doing that. So they just
yesterday.
Basically yesterday. Yeah. All of the people that had banners were on the protest. They were not allowing them people to come in. They were heavily checking, securing. They even did the stadium lockdown and locked out some journalists. I saw a couple of journalists.
Wow.
Where the hell we can't get in because they did a lockdown. They thought United fans were going to storm. Yeah. They thought that there was 2,000 of us that were outside to begin with, didn't it? Right? And they thought we were going to storm the stadium because some of them went all around the stadium. So they did a lockdown, where they closed all the doors.
Wow.
Yeah, and so they thought that they were going to get the pitch invasion. The game was going to be called off. That's what they prepared for. So much police, so many police horses. Like police with like German shepherds in the car park. So many crazy things, man. At the end of the day, they prepared for an absolute riot. And the players had to perform to prevent that riot. So what Jarvis is saying here is saying, like, what is my comment on this? I'm saying they're going to think and say, well, that's gonna start. United fans are gonna fight each other if some of them come to protest. That's how they're gonna kind of, even though majority of people in that stadium are Glazers out. That's how they're gonna justify it, saying, "Oh, you can't bring this in because what about?" And some of the fans brings in.
Oh, you mean a conflict of kind of like
pro owners? If somebody brings in pro Glazer owners, like pro Glazer, what about if it gets into it? So they're like, no, you can't do that. And they're gonna use also anti-terror laws in it. You can't have anything that's visible that's gonna do anything harm to the stadium and all of that BS. That's what they're gonna use, aren't they? So the best thing to do for me is just get a piece of paper. If you are out 10 people who sit together or 12 people, you can spell out Glazers out in it
give it to the women as well. Give your thingy, if you give it to Leslie or something, and then she'll bring it's always the men in it, you know what I mean? Let's be real.
Exactly, you're a banner, so it's simple. I'm still shattered from the protest because he's emotionally draining. I was there from about 5:30. I even posted it. I saw the Liverpool.
You were on Mancunian Way.
Yeah. That's where I was. Yeah, the Liverpool buses. I tried to stop them. I was outnumbered by the police. Trust me.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
but you know what apparently they were saying that was the wrong bus. Apparently there was two. They had this guy.
No. There were two buses. There was
two Liverpool buses. Yeah,
there was two buses. Flanked by like police on mopeds, 4 police on mopeds, and 3 police like on a riot viners as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Correct.
So 3.
And you know what they didn't go to the hotel near Trinity.
Lowry, no, yeah.
Because they learned now. They learned. Remember what we did on the lot? We cut that out so they couldn't leave, camped them in, and then stopped the buses. So they learned. They came from somewhere else. They were in another hotel in Manchester, obviously. Hush, all secret stuff. They were in some of the places in Manchester.
Oh, so they didn't go to that one then. Fair enough then.
Yeah, they didn't go to that one. But
and United are not going there as well now, I've noticed as well.
Yeah, of course. They're not going there. No. It's so easy because the way it is, Media City, you can just shut that down, innit?
Yeah.
Shut that down. So they know for that type of game, they're not going to be there. They know that. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I did see the Liverpool. I posted it. I posted it on Twitter. Well, I caught the last bit of it, and I was thinking, if I just throw the bike underneath the bus, you know what I mean? And then I just saw the police looking at me there, and I was like,
no, you're gonna get arrested there.
I'm like, you know what? I want to protest tonight. I really want to protest tonight.
MI5 Nurden nearly came.
So that's why I did. I left. So that's why I left. I just followed. I went up that way, like on Chester Road, cycled the way there, and then cycled towards Old Trafford, and then near the toll gate, met everybody outside the toll gate pub, and then walked with the fans. I think 3/4 of a mile. I think it is. We went all the way, and then it was amazing. So many fans joining in. Yeah, amazing. And like people were like holding their anti-Glazer, in the flats and apartments all around Old Trafford.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They were all like that. Yeah. People like waving and stuff like that. So it was good. And the songs in it kept going, and then police were shitting themselves, man. When they saw the numbers, they were like, you could see all the police going like this. When we were going past them, they're all like on radios, like all of them like going crazy. And they put it was really interesting. Like traffic control police. When they get where they put the red cones out and stuff.
Yeah.
Those cars like to try to limit the crowd as well, so we couldn't move as one through. So they were all like putting blocks in the way. And some of the United fans started rocking one of those vans. I was like, please, guys, don't overturn this, man. Don't overturn. It was peaceful.
Christ. Yeah.
It was peaceful. So that's what happened in the protest. But like I said, proud of everybody who sang inside. Proud of everybody who tried to sneak in a banner. Proud of everybody who stayed outside. At the end of the day, we've got to just push the positive message out there. And that's what we are. Anybody who protests against Man United, you go and hate me afterwards. But I'm going to support every protest against every action against this ownership, because they're a detriment. They've absolutely destroyed this football club. They have. I'm sorry to say, this is not a natural decline. This is not natural decline. This happened by nature. We see how they're moving in the transfer. We see what they're doing. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. And now we're going to go and pay apparently 100 million for Anthony. Like, are you taking the biscuit? Are you taking the absolute biscuit?
You were 55 3 weeks ago.
The likes of Van Nistelrooy were ever bought. They weren't bought for that types of money. No way in the world. and they're far more talented than him. I know he's a good player, but come on, people. No,
Yeah,
chance.
100%.
What do you think of that, Tom? To me, I said get Neto and then get Tillemans. For that amount of money, for that 100 million euros, you get Neto and you get Tillemans.
I see where you're coming from. I quite like the kid Gakpo, me personally, from PSV. I think system wise, I don't really know. I don't think he's got a natural position, which in many cases I think that's kind of a good thing for an attacking player, because right now we need options on a lot of the positions. He can either play potentially a centre forward role, a wide right role, a wide left role. We don't know that. It's a gamble that potentially you might worth taking. I think he would come, even given the lateness in the transfer window. The Antony £100 million for me. Listen, you were prepared to pay 60 million when you bidded 4 weeks ago for this player, and you moved on, and you were scrambling around trying to get Frankie De Jong for 85 million euros, and it never come to fruition. And then the terms of that agreement has now expired. So then you would have to go in and try and get a new agreement with Barcelona again. And we know with Barcelona they're going to move the goalposts because they know we're desperate. That's probably why they've gone Casemiro. But going for this Antony deal, you have had, God knows, you've had nearly 3 months to try and get a deal with Ajax. You've pinched their manager. You've pinched probably one of their star defenders. You didn't get the defender that you initially wanted, which was Timber, because he bottled it over not being able to play the World Cup. If you're so assured of yourself that you were going to play in your national team, you take the risk if you want to be ambitious, and you come. That is why Antony's kicking up a fuss at Ajax. He wants to be ambitious. He wants to go on to bigger and better things, along with a new manager. That's why Ten Hag's come here from Ajax. He did everything that he could do there, other than potentially win a Champions League, which is 1 in a million chance. He nearly did it, and potentially he could have done if he got through that Spurs final, that semi-final to the final. Maybe he would have done in another generation or in another world, but we don't know that. But when you go in for these big price tags of these big players, I always revert back to the same point. Recruitment is always based on quality. And when you look at a player like Antony, he might be a quality player. Is he worth £100 million? No, he's not. So why the hell are you going to pay it? I don't know. Frankie De Jong, 85...
Because Tom, they could have got him at the end of May. They could have agreed terms and everything with the price.
They have agreed personal terms, and I know that.
No, but I'm saying that they could have done it in May, towards the end of May, even before the transfer window opened, because that's what Liverpool did with Núñez.
Well, this is what I mean, Nuruddin, though.
They could have done it for 50, at the most 50 million euros.
This is the point. Even if you're not going to go out there and wanting to pay top dollar for players, for me, even we're saying we need another midfielder. I think we need a midfielder and we need a wide right player for me. I think right back we can probably make do with Deleuze for now until maybe January or next summer and try and get the player that we want. But Ten Hag's already made it clear. We're not just signing players for the sake of it. Exactly. I want to sign the right profile of players. But I just don't get the transparency of it. And if we are so-called organised under this new structure and this new recruitment process, how the flipping hell do you go from Frankie De Jong to Rabiot to then Casemiro in terms of quality in that actual position? How the hell do you go from a striking option of Núñez to Sesko to then Arnautovic, and now what? We're floating around just trying to get any attacker that we can. You know, Antony, Gakpo. I don't know, probably get linked with Wilfred Boney tomorrow. Who bloody knows with our football club running? But when you go over the basics and the facts of it, if we're going for a midfielder, I think, well, personally, I would throw in him. I would go and get Moses Caicedo from Brighton. I think we should have signed him when he was in the I think is he a Colombian or Venezuelan player? I can't remember where I think or
Ecuador.
Ecuador, yeah. I think Ecuador. When he was in South America for £7-10 million, we just signed this kid with Tim Fickery on Sky Sports, who did the perfect analysis on him. That was the time we should have signed that player. And yeah, we're going to get penny pinched. But I would be prepared to pay £40-50 million to get a player like that who can learn from probably one of the best in Casemiro to play that role potentially for the next decade for Manchester United. Those are the sort of players that I like to see come to Manchester United. Players who are willing to develop. Antony, like you said, Nuruddin, Antony's a player that can develop, but for the price tag, I don't think it's worth it.
And how much pressure are you putting on that player when you're paying that much?
Well, we've
what,
just done it with
like you
Sancho,
say-
did we not? And we've wasted 12 months of his career. We do it with so many players. So many players.
For me, 60 million euros at this later date, take it or leave it. They don't want to take it. See you later. Bye bye.
See you later. Yeah, I'm with you.
That's it. 60 million euros. That's what he's worth, and that's overpaying him. That is
This is what I mean. You have a price in your head, and if they don't want to accept it, you have alternative
on.
targets.
Like I said
But
to you,
the quality
you can
drop.
get Neto. You can get Neto
Nuruddin,
for that
the
same amount of
quality
money.
drop in players cannot be from Frankie de Jong to Rabiot to Casemiro. It can't
You know what
work
it is,
like
Tom?
that.
I was saying I get that point, but I also think that the manager has seen something that he wanted Casemiro. I don't know if you see his interview yesterday, but he talked about leadership, and he's looked at that and he thought, you know what, I need Casemiro's leadership. I get what you mean. It's very, very scattergun approach. I 100% agree. Would I want a more method, a method to our plan? Of course. But I look at the situation with Casemiro. He wants leadership. He's building mentality in the squad. He knows the squad is so fragile, and that's why he wants them. I genuinely do believe that.
Well,
Big up Sarah Jane. Big up.
Big up Sarah Jane, man.
big up, big up.
I don't know if that's Alicia. Not seen Alicia.
There it is, man. It could be. You know what, man? I had a girl who came up to me in the Apple Store, man, and I didn't expect her to be one of my fans. So it could be. You got everyone walks of life, man. They'll be watching this show, man. So big up, man. Big up to everybody who watches supports.
Nuruddin, I agree. I don't trust these players, but at least the manager hold them responsible. Still Glaze that. That's what it is. That's what it is for me. For me, if you're a United fan, it's not about being still. You're always going to be Glazers out. Always. And that's the point.
Yeah,
man. Going to be Glazers out. But for me, I don't know if it's Alicia. Is it Alicia?
I don't know.
Alicia changed her name to Sarah Jane now. Yeah, it's all good. It could be Alicia. Sarah Jane, are you a new fan or are you the old Alicia? Let us know, please. Let us know. Let us know. But guys, in terms of backing the manager, we've got 8 days left now. Is it 8 or 9 days?
8 days, yeah.
8 days, yeah.
Is it next Tuesday it closes or next Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, I think it is.
Next Wednesday. Ooh. The day before the game, we have Leicester in it.
Yeah.
But we play Leicester on when? Tuesday.
No, Thursday. So the day. Sorry, yeah. So we play. Yeah. So we play.
Wait, I don't know. Or does the window normally close on a Friday? I don't know.
No,
Anyway, it closes in like 8 to 10 days, something like that.
I think it might be next Wednesday, innit? So at the end of the day, it's simple. Has he been back really? Martinez was his second choice.
He's not been fully backed. He still needs
Martinez was second choice. Ericsson is a free transfer.
Yeah.
But last year it was 15 million. Has he really been backed? Casemiro is a panic buy in anybody's. It is a panic buy. I don't care.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Did you see? There we go. Did you see the report that said Gardner was surprised that United was looking to sell him? Of course, I saw it.
I would be. Why take him on the tour and try and develop?
Because you know why, Windy? Ten Hag already spoke to him and said, "I've got a developmental plan for you." Yeah.
Well, let's be honest, guys. Like we said before on a previous stream that we did, if we didn't get Frankie de Jong or Casemiro, he was probably the player who was going to develop to play that role, most likely anyway. Or he might still do that. Who knows?
So who's this Trapp guy?
Kevin Trapp is Frankfurt goalkeeper.
Yeah,
they won the. Did they win the Europa League last year?
Europa League.
They went to the final. No, they won Europa League. No, they won Europa League. Yeah. They beat Rangers in it. So okay, De Jong. We're still expecting De Jong.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be far fetched, that one. I think he's looking to get out though. That mistake that he did on the weekend, I tweeted it, man. He said Barcelona should sell him. His mind is not in the right place. He made an awful mistake playing out from the back. He played out from the back.
Yeah. Start the game. Start.
Start the game. Yeah.
Made a mistake and then they scored. But luckily,
did he play centre half or did he play centre midfield?
Centre half. It looked like it was centre half to me.
Did he play
centre half?
Yeah. I think he was rotating with what was the guy in midfield now? I can't remember who.
Okay, so the window closed on Thursday apparently. Window closed.
Oh.
Yeah, window
Thursday.
closed.
So that we play. How are we supposed to do? Yeah, that will make sense. That's crazy.
Imagine
Okay.
you just see all these new players rolling up, getting the warm and welcome treatment.
Okay, big up Sarah Jane. She says, "Hi everyone. No, it's not Alicia. Lol. I'm a new fan of the channel." Okay, welcome,
Okay.
welcome, Sarah Jane.
Welcome.
Just from the photo, for me, it looks like Alicia type of things. What was Alicia called before that? There was something. Another name.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah,
What it was.
those who know, let us know, please. Alicia had a different name. One week it was Alicia, the other week was something else, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Big up, though. Big up, Alicia. And wherever you are today. Latest rumors that us signing Depay for 10 million.
He's on big wages, you know. That's why Juventus have pulled out. I didn't want big wages.
Well, Depay's
man's demanding
Depay-
250 grand a week. I'm
listen,
not surprised.
Depay's agent took a sniff and went, "Woo, I smell some money." And we went, "Where?" "It's coming from Manchester. It's coming from United." And he's like, "What?" "Casemiro deal, mate. Casemiro." You know agents talk.
Of course they do, man. Of course they
footballers know
do.
each other. You know, agents. They all know each other. They all
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
like
of course.
United are paying.
Of
So
course.
that's interesting. Would you take Depay? Saeed?
Last
Saeed.
option would be, I think it would be last option for me.
I would take him bet more than Anatovic, 100 million %.
Yeah, of course.
Hmm.
I'm still waiting for the Gakpo.
I'd take him more than bloody Vardy.
Yeah, I think Gakpo.
I don't.
More younger.
I'm not sure though with
Go on,
Depay,
go on.
guys, because I think
You
once.
take Depay.
Personally, no, I wouldn't. Not even for £10 million, because I think the wages he's going to demand, with what we've already seen, I think once you've had your chance at this football club and you've left, I don't
Yeah.
think you deserve, unless you're legendary status like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Hold
for
on, can I stop
example.
you there 1 second? You're saying you're not with Migos trap album collaboration with Depay. You're not here for that. The Migos.
I'm
not
not going with it. No, I'm not going
You're
with it.
not here for that.
I'm not here for it.
Yeah. Produced by Pharrell Williams and DJ Khaled. You're not here for that remix. is
Nah, man, nah. We're not going down this road. We're not a music artist, guys.
Yeah, we're not Music FC, man. No, it is.
it? Hey, we might well be on this channel. We are. We might be.
Comedy FC. There we go.
We listen. It's Giddy FC now. Giddy FC. Here we go. But yeah, we might be able to remix some of one or two of his tracks. I think Depay has changed as a human being, as a player. I think he's more assured himself. I think he's a decent player. For me, I'll take him over Anatovic any day.
Yeah, I'd take him over Arnautovic, but if it's just the sake of we're signing him to sign a player, like Ten Hag said, we want the right sort of players, and if we have to wait, we have to wait. That's just how it is. But Depay, for me, he's been sat there at Barcelona all this time where they're on about terminating his contract and, you know, the disputes that they're having there. You've heard about it all summer. If you wanted to play, go and get him in June or July, like we've just said with Frankie de Jong or with Casemiro. Like, if these are the players that you've wanted, why have you waited all this time to go and get them? Because you're just going down the list, like you say, going down the list. And like we said before with the strikers, Nunez, Sesko, Arnautovic, and then Depay. Where's the transparency in that with the quality levels? Because when you get a list up of Europe's highest scorers or Europe's highest development players, Arnautovic will be nowhere near it, because for 3 years he wasn't even in the European leagues. He was in the Chinese Super League.
Yeah.
So when you place the factors into that, how the hell can you consist that Depay isn't a more advanced player than Arnautovic? He's still got a career ahead of him. Arnautovic is dead and buried, mate. Dead and buried off the field and on the field, with obviously off the field antics and stuff. We won't get into it and everything. It's well documented and reported. But with Depay, yeah, if you're going to go and get a player, if it's a cheap deal, £10 million, something like that, I don't genuinely mind. It wouldn't be my preference. Like I've made my preference. I'd go for Gakpo. Me, I think he's a brilliant young player that you can develop into a system.
How old's Depay now?
28.
Depay's 28, yeah.
28, 29. This
In his prime.
He's
in his prime.
He is in his prime, but you've got to bring him back and try it.
Prime, and there's one
Some
player
big up.
that kind of almost fizzled out in his career. Yeah, I don't like to have
To
them
be fair,
play.
at Leon, he was brilliant at Leon. And
Yeah,
I
but
spoke to
Leon,
a couple of
yeah.
Barca fans, and I spoke to a couple of Barca fans, and they're saying, "Wow, why did he played really well last season for them at the end of the day." But anyway, big up. Here we go. Java Skoka says Ten Hag has finally found out Maguire's best position, the bench. I thought Maguire was terrific last night. I thought on that bench, I thought he dominated every ball. You know what I mean? He
Very
he
supportive. Leadership man.
I thought he was terrific, and long may it continue. Long may that continue. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's saying the reports that Ten Hag is joining the run 13. Wow.
When I saw this, man.
Listen, he looks a fit man, to be fair to him.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah, rude fan. This story wants to keep Gakpo anyway, but
yeah, man.
Money
Money talks. Come on, money talks.
Is Gakpo the best player? Is he the best player?
I think he's the best player for PSV. Along with that Sangare in midfield, I think he's probably the two best players that PSV has.
And it's their game tonight. Is it tonight now? Is the game now?
Yeah, tonight. Yeah.
Tomorrow. No, it's tomorrow night.
No, tomorrow. Sorry, yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
All right, yeah, because it's all poised.
They're playing Rangers, aren't they? Yeah.
Rangers, yes. Hopefully, Rangers win. Then we can get him for a cheaper price.
Saeed, those words can never come out of my mouth. You know.
The fact we're relying on Rangers to get us a better deal, man. Come on.
I don't ever. Yeah, it could be. It's just me. Listen, yeah, it could be. He might have a point to Bergruth. Yeah, I feel like Arnold and Murta asked the players if they knew any players interested in coming to the club. Of course, Casemiro.
Fred's on the phone. Casemiro, what are you doing?
Imagine them saying to Varane, who were you close to? I was really close to Casemiro. Can you just go and ask? We'll nearly double his wages. Go and ask him. Yeah.
Apparently, he's going to be like the fourth highest earner in the Premier League or something like that. From what I know, anyway, it's 380, nearly 400 grand a week. From what I'm hearing, anyway.
Yeah.
But it's crazy money, man. So, anyway, what are we thinking with Ronaldo, guys? What are we thinking? Do you think he goes for the final weeks?
He's gonna go. He's gonna go. I don't know if you see this. He put a post up and then his wife put a love heart. It's almost that kind of feeling of just hanging there. You know, that hanging there love heart, and just kind of almost say we're gonna get through this, and sooner or later you're gonna go. I think he's gonna go, man. He's just waiting for that offer to come through. But if he doesn't go, boy, how toxic could that dressing room be, man? Seriously, man.
I think that's the most.
If he stays, you mean if he stays?
Yeah,
if he stays, because he's made. I don't think he's made it any secret he wants to leave, has he really? Or his agent hasn't. But
why are we
players from as well? 2 weeks in 1 week.
This is what I don't get, though. Why, like you just going to make the point there? Why do we keep players that don't want to be here? Honestly, you want people out on the field. You saw players out there that were fighting for their careers almost. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's had his career. He's done everything.
I think he's leaving because Casemiro was asking. Casemiro was like, "I hope he stays." At the end of the day, like, this big reveal. I really want to hear this big reveal as well. So,
mate. The media, man, they're going to be pouring out for this.
Yeah, this big reveal.
Money. Guys, that's big money, that.
Yeah. But guys, listen, I think we've talked enough. I think we'll say what it is. We'll wrap it up there because at the end of the day, for me, celebrate the win. Of course, we beat our
absolutely.
Our nearest and our dearest, like bitter rivals. But I don't trust this. I don't trust these players. I trust Ten Hag. I trust in his methods. I don't trust the football club. I don't trust the board. I don't trust the bankers. I don't trust the owners. I never will unless they significantly change, unless they piss off, basically. Unless they, you know,
get out.
You know what? That's how it is, seriously. So at the end of the day, I don't trust these players. And we're going to our bogey team. Southampton are our bogey team away. Southampton throughout Man United history, even when we were dominating. Even when we win in trebles and doubles, Southampton were always a bogey and a hard game. So it's 12:30 kickoff. It's the start of that every 3 days. Now it's going to be games, so it's not going to have any time to train.
We've got 3 games in a week next week.
Yeah, so we're playing Saturday.
Southampton.
We're playing Thursday. Then
Leicester,
Sunday.
And then Arsenal Sunday.
Wait, are they all?
What time's the Arsenal game on a Sunday?
4:30 Sunday.
4:30.
Is it 4:30? Okay.
Are they all league games then, or is one of them a cup game?
League games.
Oh, league games.
Right.
Oh, league games. Yeah.
I didn't know because obviously EFL Cup's been on and stuff like that. So
all of a sudden you've played 7 games already. It's mad, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
And we're gonna see, guys. We're gonna be able to judge if bottle job tendencies have gone after those 3 games, we'll be able to see. We'll have a little bit of an idea, bit of a picture. But like I said, Ten Hag we trust. I don't trust everybody else. I don't trust anybody else in that football club. I don't trust any of the players. I don't trust the Richard Arnold or the effing Glazers. So at the end of the day, we leave it out there, innit? But I did say to people, I'm happy to take a relegation for us.
Absolutely.
To do it. And
Yeah.
so I really love Ten Hag. I think that he's a brilliant coach. But if it means Ten Hag getting sacked and Glazers going, I'll take that. I'll bite your hand off now. Because Man United will survive. You know what I mean? Long after Ten Hag's gone.
Yeah. 100%.
Of course they will.
Glazers have gone. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. The team should be built around Sancho, but can they stay fit? Can Martial stay fit? Can Sancho stay healthy? You know, Sancho's always getting, oh, I'm not well. You know what I mean?
Tonsillitis.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Stop doing what you're getting, giving you these tonsillitis, lad. You should have had the operation in the off season. You know what I mean? So
It were only same with Rashford, though, wasn't it? When he should have had that shoulder surgery, but he went to the Euros
that's what I'm
instead.
saying to you.
But-
Yeah. So we'll leave it there, guys. But big up to every one of you. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Glazers out.
Glazers
Glazers
That's how
out.
it is. Win, lose or draw. Bankers out. Glazers
Glazers
out.
out.
And please smash a like on the video. And also, just to let you know, we've done you got really heated, and definitely check it out. A Straight Jacket podcast, because you won't have it any other way. Especially when I come Casemiro front. For me, my idea of a Casemiro coming to Man United is simple, and I keep saying it. That guy couldn't believe it. He nearly fainted when he saw the amount of money Man United were offering. His grandchildren, his children's children will thank him for it. But I hope that I'm happy to come on camera and doubting him, because I think that he's been on his powers have been waning. I hope that a new fresh challenge is getting him up to show that what kind of player he is. But remember, when we buy these players, we always see them playing in the system, and that system they know well, and the players who complement them. We never see them in a system that we're going to play them in. So we signed Sancho, Varane, Ronaldo, and so half of the fan base were telling me we're going to win a title. So not getting carried away, not getting giddy. We'll see.
Don't get giddy.
No, and that's the message. The message is Glazers out, bankers out, always, and don't get too giddy. And you can't trust these effing owners and the bankers. You can't trust these players as well. I'm sorry. You got to wait way to go to lose bottle George tendencies. But I was happy to see Luke Shaw hold tight. I wanted Bruno to sit on the bench as well yesterday and hold tight. These are the players: Maguire, Bruno, Luke Shaw, McTominay, all of them out of the team. That's what I wanted against Liverpool. But so it is what it is. And in on my match preview, if you want to check it out, people, I had all those players out. I had them out. You know what I mean? I think we started Martial, I think we did. And we played Eriksen. We played Donny van der Beek.
Yeah.
And who do we play? Donny van der Beek and Ghana. That's who we played.
Yeah.
It is, people. Big up. That's the message, people. Big up Glazers out, bankers out. Take care. Love.
Love. Peace.